Hello, folks. I thought I would do a bit of an update regarding the Year of Ecological Initiatives. This is take two. I just tried, but ran out of some memory in the computer. One of the things I wanted to do real quick is to cover a little bit of finances. I'm trying to stay in integrity with my donors. And my original intention with this project was to use a third of donations each in the categories of travel, self-care, and donations. That has not been the case. My attempts at getting Standing Rock left me very long on the travel side, and specifics of the $495 that I was donated, which I'm extremely grateful for. The $310 went to travel, $110 went to self-care, $75 went to donations. So I feel some guilt around that. Whereas I could have put a lot more toward donations and just skipped the unsuccessful travel attempts. But live and learn. The travel went to a lot of bus fares and some food along the way. Motel rooms were a big hit, and taxi rides. So the Bismarck trip took a lot, and self-care was mostly it's a lot of thrift store coats and things and shoes, which are really actually going to help me out get through the winter. So it's appreciated. And a couple of tools and tarps and things that I ended up not using but will be useful in the future. And then donations, 75. Some of that's to the Standing Rock Fund. Some of that was to other travelers, gas money, food, and things like that. So I also used about 300 of my own money, perhaps a little bit more, for also for travel expenses. So it was really a lot of travel money. But anyway, that's the update. I hope that's okay with everyone out there. Live and learn. It was quite a victory that people generated. I'm very grateful to the water protectors out there. Some amazing sacrifice. So we'll see if it stands. With the Trump administration coming in, it's bound to be pushed back against, possibly overturned, but the new year brings some business challenges to the big oil companies running it, and they may be losing enough money that who knows? The project may get canceled on their end. We can hope. Winter's going to make it very hard in the meantime to do any work at all, even if they wanted to push forward, or even if they get an okay from the new administration coming in. So, yeah. What else? For me personally, I'm working on getting some full-time work together. I've applied at the co-op here in Fort Wayne to do some cooking in their kitchen. I think that would be a pretty good fit for me to get back into cooking right now, to find a useful skill to be developing. So we'll see. I had a thought to apply back at the supermarket, but that's not a very ecological initiative. It was just kind of out of desperation. But we'll put that off a little while longer. I have been working at Jeff Hawkins' organic farm, doing cleanup work and some turkey harvesting. And that's been pretty satisfying work. I hope to do a little bit more of that if the weather breaks, if the weather gets above the teens. Um, so looking forward toward the rest of the ecological year, I'm becoming more realistic about my own capacities, for one thing. The gap between my ideals and my ability to manifest any of these nice ideas. I don't have any credit, particularly. I'm working on it. And I don't have any cash funds, and I don't have a lot of resources to draw on. So that's limiting. And I have some borrowed car for the holidays, but I don't own a car. I haven't for years. So those things really limit my ability to get to farms and get to places. And plus, it's just it's challenging to be poor. You know, even getting this video out is my little Kindle runs out of juice while in the middle of the video, and I find stuff like that goes on a lot. And anyway, for those of us who have been short on resources, I think we understand how that works. Let's see. So, you know, I'd love to do some hemp work in the coming year, some internship and processing. But I really don't know. I really don't know if I can pull that off. I find myself just really working to get some basics done these days. Hemp work would be best done in Canada, and I don't even know how the work thing works with getting a work visa. And my capacity to deal with stress is less than I was hoping when I started this project. The trips to Standing Rock kind of began to show me that. So try and keep positive. There's a mycoremediation group online that I'm tangentially a part of. That's looking to translate academic texts regarding how mushrooms and fungi can help remediate the land from toxins, organic toxins, heavy metals, and translate these academic texts into usable, user-friendly resources for people who just want to go out and have an idea of how to help detoxify their lands. So perhaps I can donate some time to that. I'm trying to remember what my other initiatives were off the top of my head here. The herb farm. We'll see. That's out in Oregon. I haven't applied. One still needs $150 a month to get through that, so I would have to save up a little bit of money to get through those 10 weeks. Learning how to prepare herb tinctures, grow and prepare herbal tinctures. I think that'd be fun and another useful skill. I don't know that it's going to do any grand healing and saving of the planet, but I think it'd be fun. The planet is, boy, we got so many challenges these days. November was a rough year, a rough month. 2016 was a rough year in general for the polar ice caps and things. November was a particularly tough month. We lost almost, over the last year, we've lost almost 10% of the sea ice. If we look at Arctic and Antarctic sea ice together, it's a huge drop. It looks like it's showing an inevitable trend toward complete melt of the Arctic ice cap within a decade. It's very nonlinear, so it could reverse somewhat. And I mean, we can all hope that climate deniers are correct and that it's all a hoax. But I'd say the chances are pretty small. And so we're staring down the barrel of an ice-free Arctic, which changes a lot of things. It changes the capacity for the Earth to stay cool, because the oceans absorb heat, whereas the ice reflects heat. That makes a big difference in a lot of things, including the currents in the ocean. And anyway, so it's big challenges. Trump coming in, big challenges. So I don't even know. I've been very overwhelmed on that level, trying to ponder the bigger picture, as I think many of us have in the last month or two. But we can hope, and we can hope for some benevolent interventions by Spirit and by way of miracles. So let's keep the prayers going and see what we can do on that level. Not sure what else to report right now. I feel pretty complete with that. Just wanted to check in and offer up a little bit of a post and wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, blessed solstice, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah too. It's all around the same time this year, so that's fun. Be well. Let's stay in touch.